How does trafficking work? Give us the modus operandi. What happens?
Well, it's difficult to say, obviously, because it's a clandestine form of activity. But often traffickers are people who are known in communities. They develop relationships. Often the kinds of trafficking that happen in places like Haiti, the reste avec, or reste avec in French, stay with phenomenon, is something that happens when a family feels that it can't care for its children adequately, and it sends them to what it presumes to be a wealthier family in another area to provide domestic service in exchange for food and shelter and clothes and possibly an education. What happens often, however, is that the terms of the child's living there are not very well, they're not monitored at all, they're not very well established, and children are often treated harshly. Sometimes there's violence, sometimes they're not provided the entitlements that they think they're entitled to, and sometimes they're sexually abused. Often they're caused to leave those families before they turn 15, which is the age at which they should be legally paid, and then they go on the streets.
And how much sexual slavery, Maggie, is involved in this?
Larry, I think when children are abandoned or separated from their families and not in the care and affection of their parents, they are exposed to all kinds of dangers, including sexual exploitation, which of course is not unheard of in Haiti. We have seen some statistics suggesting that up to maybe a third of our young women, especially in the city, do suffer some kind of sexual violence. So it is a danger here, even before the quake. And there's no reason to think that those numbers have decreased.
Anderson, how do we know an orphan is an orphan? When you see a little child on the street there, how do you know if the parents are living, what the situation is? Is the father living, mother dead? How do you know?
Well, you don't really know. I mean, you can talk to them, but oftentimes they are simply separated, and they will tell you, I heard my mother died, but I don't know. I mean, people just disappear here, Larry, in the earthquake. A mother goes out to buy something at the store collapsed on her. The child hasn't seen her, but has heard through stories that she's dead. So there really needs to be a system in place. I know UNICEF is working on it, Save the Children as well. I'm sure the Red Cross will be involved in trying to identify and basically catalog all these unaccompanied minors out there with the aim of reuniting them with parents if parents are out there.